And this looks like the spot that we are watching right here. I'm going to circle this for you so it's a little bit easier to see. Just on the other side of Beaver Dam and east of Sunset Beach. This is going to be the area where we get the reds and the greens coming close together, that the indication of rotation within this thunderstorm. Let's back up the view just a little bit here, and then I'll switch it back over to the radar and we can take a look kind of at the comparison between these two. We'll stop this motion, and this is going to be exactly the area that we're watching. Let's go back to the velocity product. It looks like that hail core that we were talking about has come down. So now the primary concern is with the rotation within this area. If you are in this tornado warning, let me just get rid of that so it's easier to see. If you're in this area where this tornado warning is in Dodge County, you need to be in your shelter place. You need to be down in your basement. You need to be away from windows, away from doors. If you don't have a basement, go to an interior room. Beaver Dam, you are definitely within this tornado warning area, Sunset Beach, but as we look towards Burnett, Rolling Prairie, you should be in your shelter place now. Juneau, Horicon, that includes you as well. Looking a little bit farther downstream, Eustisford, Iron Ridge, Neosho, Hullsburg, Rubicon, all of you within this tornado warning area. So again, if you're located within this box in Dodge County, I want you to be within your safe place in your house. Again, this is kind of the area that we're watching, seeing that rotation. I'm going to switch it back over to the velocity product, and we can look at this. So I'll let this kind of loop play out here. This is a look at the velocity loop from the last hour or so. And as we look at that, let's see if I can just slow this down a little bit, because I want to take a closer look at this, and we'll just kind of slowly go back in time. And you can see as we go back a little bit, some rotation here. Again, what we're looking at is the winds within this thunderstorm, where we get the reds and the greens very close together, an indication that we're getting that rotation. We call that some gate-to-gate shear, and that's the signal that we're looking for. So we've been seeing that more broad rotation within this thunderstorm, and then within that last scan, that rotation has really tightened up. Again, this area just on the other side of Beaver Dam. So we're looking just kind of northeast of Beaver Dam. And again, I'll just circle this area so it makes it a little bit easier to see. Again, do keep in mind this thunderstorm as we're on the air is continuing to move, but we're only getting these radar updates every couple of minutes. So this storm is likely already a little bit farther downstream from where we're seeing it on this product right now. So again, any of these locations downstream, Rolling Prairie, Minnesota Junction, you need to be within your shelter zone. Horicon, Juneau, again, that includes you as well. We'll go back and take a look at the larger view here and look at this warning. Again, Eustisford, Hubbard, really all the way down to Rubicon and down into the southeast part of Dodge County. You are located within this tornado warning. The larger warning outside of that is this severe thunderstorm warning, and that now includes part of Washington County. So you might be getting alerted if you live in Washington County. Looks like this warning includes West Bend as well. This larger warning here, and you can see this kind of on the southern edge of the tornado warning here, the larger warning area, the severe thunderstorm warning, likely potential for some hail and also for some very strong winds within this zone. Again, you can see a lot of lightning, a lot of that lightning though located just north of where this tornado warning currently is, but we do have a couple of lightning strikes within here. But the main concern, that noted rotation, I'm going to check in and see if there are any updates from the National Weather Service. So we did get a report of a funnel cloud, view of funnel clouds from Randolph, which is in Dodge County. So that's going to be the far northwest part of Dodge County where we had a report of a funnel cloud. And then we had a train spotter, it sounds like, in the Beaver Dam area. that reported a funnel cloud. So again, the difference between a funnel cloud versus a tornado is that the funnel cloud doesn't touch the ground. So a funnel cloud starts to develop. Once it touches the ground, it's officially a tornado. But we don't have any official reports of a tornado on the ground. But with those 2 reports of a funnel cloud, it means we're seeing some rotation within this storm. We don't have any confirmation again on that tornado, but with the rotation and those 2 reports, enough that we had this tornado warning issued. So if you're just joining us, again, your phone might be going off, your weather radio might be going off if you live in Dodge County. Again, we've got a tornado warning in effect for part of Dodge County. It doesn't include all of the county. If you're back here down to the southwest, the weather's still very quiet for you. But if you're within this tornado warning area, which includes really a large part of Dodge County, you need to be in that safe zone. You need to be in, maybe that's your basement, maybe that's an interior room, an interior closet, potentially a bathroom. Anywhere away from outside walls and away from windows is where you want to be. I think we just got a new radar scan, so I want to go back and look at that. So let me just take off some of this text data so we can zoom in and take a closer look at this storm. Again, even in the radar signature here, where we start to see kind of a hook shape within this larger supercell thunderstorm, that can sometimes be an indication of an area where we're seeing some rotation. Again, especially in this area right around Beaver Dam right now, Burnett, Rolling Prairie, and Juneau. I want you to be in that safe place. Don't go outside. Don't go towards the window and try to get a peek at this thunderstorm. You really need to be within that safe place right now. We'll go back and look at the velocity product again to try to look at the wind signature. We'll stop this from looping and just look at the current product here. And again, you can see that rotation noted here where we have those colors, those greens and those reds very close together. So this is kind of the area that we're watching here. Again, no confirmation of a tornado on the ground, but the environment here tonight favorable. We're noting that rotation within the radar, within the velocity product, and then those funnel cloud reports as well. Ryan, I'm going to send it over to you for a minute if we can. Do you have any information? Are you seeing anything on social media, any reports or anything else?
You know, on social media right now, the National Weather Service and meteorologists, much like yourself, are really echoing that people should be getting to their safe space if they are in that part of Dodge County right now. We do know that, you know, when these warnings come up, a lot of times people like to maybe try to get a peek of what's going on outside. But again, really want to double down on the fact that right now would be the time to get to your safe space and really take shelter if you are in that area in Dodge County. Right now, really not a lot of chatter on social media in terms of, you know, exactly what's going on outside, no images, no videos that we're seeing right now. But again, just noting that rotation that you're seeing there on that scan that Kristen just had up, and noting that if you're somewhere near maybe Horicon, Mayville, Fox Lake, Beaver Dam, you should really be seeking shelter at this time, and that this is going to remain in effect until 11 o'clock tonight. So it's going to be at least another 40 minutes here where you're going to want to stay in that safe space and try to stick with us, you know, on air and online as we continue to track this storm. But again, there is that tornado warning in parts of Dodge County right now. And Kristen, I know you're tracking that very closely. Not sure if you're seeing anything new at this point in terms of you know, what the radars are showing But again, I can only just double down on the fact that now is a time to really be in that safe space.
Right, yes. Thank you for that, Ryan. Very important message. If you're within this tornado warning area, you got to be in that safe place. This thunderstorm is going to move through Dodge County as we head through the next 45 minutes or so. So I want you to be prepared and be ready for that. Notice a lot of lightning just north of this across parts of Dodge and then even into part of Fond du Lac County. We'll zoom back in here on the sort of area of concern, and that's going to be kind of right around Horicon and Burnett. I'm going to switch it over to the Velocity. Again, the Velocity product is a radar product where we're actually looking at the winds inside of a thunderstorm. So the radar is able to detect what direction that the winds are going. That's what this product is that we're looking at. And this is the area where we're seeing that rotation, again, between kind of Rolling Prairie, Horicon, and up towards Burnett. If you're within this area, I definitely want you to be underground if that's possible. If not, it's an interior room, it's a closet, it's potentially a bathroom, it's any space that doesn't have any windows. It might be a stairwell. That might be the safest place for you to go. Again, I'll just kind of circle this area. Minnesota Junction showing up. This is the area where we've got that rotation happening within this thunderstorm. Minnesota Junction, we've got County Road E here, Horicon, back towards Burnett, upstream a little ways, Kikoski, and then we've got Mayville. This all headed out towards Nita as well eventually. We can put this into motion and kind of look at where this storm has tracked as we move through the last hour or so. So I'll kind of back up the radar scan here and we'll zoom out just a little bit and get a look at this storm. So it started back here kind of in northwest Dodge County where we had that first report of a funnel cloud. And then as we move through time, you see that storm move just north of Beaver Dam. That's where we had the next report of a funnel cloud. And you see that rotation within the storm kind of tightening up there. And that's when we got the warning issued. And now as we're going forward in time, looks like we just got a new radar scan. And again, where we have the reds and the greens or the reds and the blues very close together, that's going to be our area where we're looking for that rotation. So again, right around Horicon and just east of Horicon. That's the area that we're watching. This is County Road, I think TW, that's just east of Horicon. And then here we've got 33. And then this is crossing with 67 as well. So anywhere within this area, Mayville, especially if you're south of Mayville, Hubbard, or anywhere just north of Hubbard, along 33 within this part of Dodge County, again, really want you to be in that safe place right now. We'll circle this area one more time. This is kind of the area that we're focusing on as far as that rotation being noted within the Velocity product. Again, this tornado warning as of now going until 11 p.m. Ryan, I'm going to toss it over to you for just a second, and then we'll come back and take another check of the radar.
Yeah, and we just want to maybe offer some tips here on tornado safety. You can move to a substantial shelter. This is what you should be doing right now if you are in that area that Kristen was just mentioning. Avoid windows, doors, and outside walls. Get to the lowest level or innermost room at your home or in the building that you're at, and then just wait for these warnings to be canceled before you go outside. Don't go outside and try to get pictures or videos. You really want to be in your safe space, which again is a substantial shelter away from windows and doors, away from outside walls. Ideally on the lowest level or innermost room of the building that you're in, and just wait until the warnings are canceled. Again, this is going to, as of right now, expire at around 11 o'clock. It looks like it's set to expire at 11 o'clock. So there's quite a bit of time here where you're going to have to kind of remain in that safe space and wait for updates. But as Kristen just showed, there is that rotation in that area and reports of funnels funnel clouds in that area. That's, of course, showing that this is ideal conditions for a tornado to develop, and you don't want to get caught in anything dangerous there. So, Kristen, again, back over to you as you continue to track that through some of those communities. I know many of those are more rural communities out there, and this information really is critical as that storm is on the move.
Yeah, Ryan, it also gets tough at night, right? It also is hard at night because it's hard to get good visuals sometimes on these thunderstorms. During the day, it's a little bit easier to get reports of funnel clouds and tornadoes. It's easier to just have eyes on these storms. So now that we're past sunset and it's dark outside, it just makes everything a little bit harder. We don't tend to get as many reports. Again, we still don't have any reports of an actual tornado on the ground. We had 2 funnel cloud reports, and again, we're noting that rotation within the velocity product and looking at this supercell thunderstorm that's moved in here. Again, it's possible that we have a tornado, but it's not confirmed at this point. Regardless, if you are within this tornado warning area, again, all of those tips that Ryan just shared, very, very important to remember right now. Again, I'm going to switch it back over to the velocity product. Again, this is the wind product from the radar. I'll move this over so we can take a look. At this point, this rotation is still somewhat broad. And again, no confirmation of a tornado. But with that noted rotation and the funnel cloud reports, I want you to take this very seriously. Upstream, Mayville and Hubbard, you definitely need to be in that safe place. Along 33 here, approaching 67. This is going to be an area, if you live in this area, Hochheim, upstream, Herman Center. I kind of want you to get into that space right now, as well as the storm continues to track this direction. Again, we'll go back to the radar product and we'll take a look at that. We'll put a loop on it so we can see where it looks like exactly the storm is headed. So we'll go back in time just a little bit and then move this forward. You can see the storm again moving in here right around Beaver Dam, part of the storm moving into the Mayville area. Again, this is the area that we're watching for some of that rotation. And then as we keep going forward in time. So this storm generally moving down to the southeast. So this direction, again, Mayville, Hubbard. We'll see if the National Weather Service continues this tornado warning. Set to be in effect until 11 p.m. as of right now. Also, we can look at those storm reports. So I'm going to take off some of those wind reports from earlier, and I want to zoom down and look at these 2 funnel cloud reports. So you can see one here and one here. So that one was right on the Columbia and Dodge County line of this funnel report from Randolph. The report, view of multiple funnel clouds, possible tornado, no confirmation on that. And that was just before 10 o'clock, I believe. And then let's look at the next funnel cloud report here that came in. A trained spotter looking north, lightning with an illuminated funnel cloud. So again, that was right just north of the Beaver Dam area. And those are the 2 reports that we've had. And again, with the rotation noted there, the reason that the National Weather Service decided to go ahead and issue that tornado warning. Again, still just looking at broad rotation. Again, no confirmation of any tornado at this point, but watching this very closely. Spotters are in this area, it sounds like, keeping an eye on this, so that's good news. Sometimes with the presence of lightning, that actually helps us to be able to get eyes and get a good view on what's happening within this thunderstorm. When you get the lightning flashes and the sky lights up.
And here are your TMJ4 News headlines. We have new details on the West Allis